Hi, my name is Adam Lean, and I'm a CFO for small businesses. I uttered those words for the first time almost a decade ago at a breakfast meeting full of business owners when I first started my business advisory business. I remember feeling cringy even saying those words because, well, I wasn't a CFO. I didn't even know what a CFO did. Therefore, I didn't really believe what I was saying. You see, earlier in my career, I was a staff accountant and then was promoted to a senior accountant. The closest I ever got to the CFO was hearing him on investor calls. I never even met the CFO of my company in person. There were so many rungs on the ladder between me and the CFO of my company. So you can understand why I felt cringy uttering those words that morning to those business owners. I was essentially an imposter. I wasn't a CFO any more than I'm a professional football player. And if you ever saw me, you'd know I'd never be mistaken for a professional football player. But here I was pretending to be a CFO. But then something happened over the next few months after that breakfast meeting that transformed my self-doubt of feeling like an imposter, feeling highly confident in what I was doing. You see, over the course of the next few months, I set up one-to-one meetings with those business owners at that breakfast. Every time I had a one-to-one conversation, I explained what I did, and almost all of them hired me. Some even on the spot. They hired me to be their CFO. They hired me to be their CFO precisely because during those one-to-one meetings, I did one thing really well. I explained how my service can help them. And I just happened to call it a CFO service. You see, I essentially explained to those business owners that I would like to help them have a growing and successful business by analyzing their numbers each month and simply telling them what I think they should do to increase profit and cash flow, which of course are the two ingredients to having a growing and successful business. At the end of each meeting, I simply said, I'll be your go-to guide. I want to be your CFO. Why did I have so much success getting hired to do a job that had a title as fancy as a chief financial officer? It's because I redefined what a CFO is for small businesses. And then I positioned it in a way that every business owner I talked to would be crazy to say no to. So let me ask you, do you struggle with feeling like you're qualified? Do you cringe at the thought of telling someone you're a CFO? I get it, I've been there. But here's the thing, a CFO is simply just a title. It doesn't really mean much. In fact, it means what you say it means. Think about it. I could call myself a coach if I'm coaching a 5-year-old's basketball team. It doesn't mean I'm qualified to be the coach for the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow, yet both positions are called coach. Again, a title doesn't really mean much to anyone. It simply means what you say it means. And if our target audience is small business owners, then we get to define what the title CFO means to them. And we get to define if we're qualified. Many years ago, when I uttered those words, hi, my name is Adam Lean and I'm a CFO for small businesses, it didn't really land with the audience until I explained in a one-to-one setting what exactly a CFO like me could do for them. It was at that point they got it. Why? Because regardless of what I called myself, business owners really wanted the end result. The end result being that they finally were able to own a growing and successful business. They loved the idea of someone that understood numbers to monitor their numbers on their behalf. They loved the idea of being able to bounce ideas off someone that has their best interest at heart. I just simply called this a CFO service. I simply called myself a CFO. And you can too, as long as you are able to actually help a business owner get the end result they want, which is having a growing and successful business. Here's the bottom line. You will be qualified to be a CFO for a small business once you get good at doing the one thing they will hire you to do, which is being able to guide a business owner towards generating positive cash flow on a regular basis. In other words, you will be qualified to be a CFO for a small business once you understand and eventually get good at helping a business owner own a growing and successful business. To do this, you must first understand how to get a business owner to produce positive cash flow on a consistent basis. And then second, you have to get good at getting a business owner whom you have no control over to to take your advice. These two things, knowing what to do and then getting a business owner to follow your advice, are complicated. But once you master them, you'll be unstoppable. Why? Because millions of businesses close up shop every year. In fact, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, 1 out of every 2 businesses won't make it to their 5th birthday. Imagine if those businesses destined for failure had someone like a small business CFO in their lives that could give them direction way before it's too late. The survival rate of those businesses would be so much higher. Imagine the number of jobs that would be saved, marriages less shaky, bank accounts less drained, all because these business owners had someone in their lives that understood numbers that can also give them direction on how to do the one thing required to stay in business: being able to generate positive cash flow on a consistent basis. This is what it means to be a CFO for a small business. And let's face it, this is also what it means to be a CFO for a big business. At the end of the day, a CFO's job is to ensure the business is growing and successful. So let me ask you, can you do this for the millions of struggling small businesses out there? Of course you can, once you're able to know how to get a business to produce positive cash flow on a consistent basis, and once you're able to actually get a business owner whom you have no control over to follow your advice. Once you're able to do these two things well, you'll be qualified. You'll be able to confidently approach a business owner and explain to them what you mean by the title CFO and how your CFO service will help them. I've got to tell you, even to this day, hearing the words, "I want your CFO service," is one of the best feelings in the world. Not only is this additional income for me, I also know that I will be able to have a major impact on just one more person and one more business. This means that my impact goes far beyond one person. It trickles down to the business's employees, their customers, and their suppliers, all because I'm guiding my clients to have a growing and successful business. But again, becoming qualified sounds simple, but it's not easy. This is why the CFO Project exists. We exist to help financial professionals just like you know how to guide small business owners to generate positive cash flow on a regular basis, all so that your clients will have a growing and successful business. I encourage you to check out the training, resources, and membership opportunities we have at the CFO Project. Just go to thecfoproject.com and click on any of our free trainings or resources. Or check out what it would look like to become a member of our Done With You mentorship program. Just go to thecfoproject.com. If this information was valuable to you, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future video, but also click the like and the bell, because doing that will help us share this information with other financial professionals. See you at the next video.